All right. Hey everyone, welcome to Game 6 of the 2018 US SWCCG National Championship. In this match, we have Frank Lamb is our light side HITCO player, and we have Jan Berueda, a dark side Court of the Vile Gangster player. And this is going to be a familiar match. We talked about HITCO versus Court earlier. We've seen a couple different Courts today. Tom Hade's Goofy Trooper version. We saw Mike Kessling's Alien Scum version. I'm guessing Jan's Court will be much more similar to Kessling's version, and then of course HITCO we've seen is sort of main. So this is a pretty classic matchup right now, and actually I think is sort of the top decks in the field, mains versus Scum, and I think, like we've talked about, Scum is at a disadvantage, but we'll see if what sort of tricks they can come up with to deal with all of Lightside's mains and tricks. I also, after casting for the last 6 hours, have not eaten yet, so I'm probably going to take a break. I'm going to have a guest commentator call in and take over some of this commentary here in just a minute. You've already heard a lot of my thoughts on the matchup. If you haven't, or if you're watching this later on YouTube, you can go back and check out some of those earlier games of Steven Slucci's Throne Room, which is a very similar deck to HITCO in terms of mains, versus Kessling's Scum, and hear some of my thoughts on the match. But we'll get someone else in here. We can hear their thoughts on the match and maybe what Dark can do to tilt that in their favor. Real quick, let's just pop into the intro of this game of what's happening. Jan taking the first turn, of course, is since Light's not starting Throne Room, he pulls a Docking Bay and pulls Nalhutta. His starting effects were First Strike combo, Jabba's Haven, and probably Wipe. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it looks like Wipe. That's usually the standard one. And we have the same 3 HITCO effects, Like My Father Before Me, Insurrection Aim High, and Walkling. And so we'll see how these players, Frank, I believe, is from the south here, is somewhat local to Atlanta, and Jan is one of the Rosemont kids up from Minnesota. And so they are gonna be facing off this game. I'm gonna open up Discord and see if I can or I guess Skype. Let me see about Skype. Whoa, nice, they've already got Skype all set up. Tom Kelly is gonna chat with me on Skype, and we'll see if he I'm gonna have to unmute. Let's switch sources. Alright, should be able to hear Tom when he calls now, and then I'm gonna need to mute him over or unmute his desktop audio. Not desktop audio. Tom, Tom, I did unmute desktop audio, but it's still not showing. Anyway, go on Skype. All right. Can you hear me, Mr. Kelly?
Yes, I can.
Oh, whoa. That's not coming out right. Alright, give us a minute to set this up. So, it looks like Jan, let me jump back to the game real quick, and then Tom will try and get you set up. Looks like he played Java and Scum, and the HITCO player is looking for a docking bay on his first turn. So Jan is going to try and be a little bit more aggressive in setting up, try and start piling the audience chamber as quick as he can before Light can really get a foothold. Tom, are you talking? I can't hear you talking. All right, Tom, you there? Oh, yeah. Okay, I can hear you now. Now we gotta see if the chat can hear you. All right. Let me. See, I'm not convinced it's the desktop audio. Oh wait. Let's try this. All right. Right, but I'm hearing you through the headset, not through the desktop. So,
desktop audio was. So they're saying that they can hear me, but it's muffled. So maybe turn it up. Is it a low volume? There should be like the two sliders and then the top one.
No. Yeah, yeah, just trust me. It's not the desktop
Okay,
audio.
well, they're now saying that it's good.
I know, because I added an audio input source that's what I'm hearing in my headphones. You know when you click the little speaker in Windows, you can select different options? Anyway, it's not desktop audio.
Well, whatever the explanation is, it's worked.
Alright, so Jedi Luke came down with his saber, and we have an Imperial barrier. No, actually it looks like that was drawn for Destiny, or Lost. I guess that was... So, Luke came down, barriers in Lost Pal.
Oh, wow.
So Luke hit Jabba, and Dark plays a Gimmick.
Yeah, so I'm really surprised that, okay, so the barrier was sensed.
He had a barrier canceller. Yeah, okay. So barrier was sensed while we were getting you set up.
So now one other thing of the setup is, could you share screen with me so I'm not looking at the Twitch stream?
Not the lagged. Interesting. Can you do that on Skype?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, there it is. Share screen. Can you see?
Right now it's just a black screen.
Alright.
Okay, I see the screen now. Well, most of it is just Skype, but I'm assuming that's because you have that in front.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, so I've got the feed now.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, I'm surprised that Jabba went down with such minimal protection, but I guess he had barrier and projective telepathy, but the one sense and the fact that Frank's saved more than two kind of blew that all out of the water.
Meant he couldn't use the projective, and he only saved one. There is another barrier in his hand, but he must not have had the one to play both barriers.
No, when we got our issues sorted out and I was looking back at it again, there was no active force. So I think the momentum of this match is really important, and so a lot is going to hinge right now on whether Jan can get a counterbeat on Luke. I think if Luke stays there and Frank's able to add more characters, it's going to go really south for Court.
Yeah, yeah, and I don't know if you were watching in the first game with Salucci's throne room versus Kessling's court, but a similar thing happened where Light was just able to pile up on the throne room.
I did catch some of that. Yeah, and yeah, I think this match, the first person to play something is has to play a lot. You know, you don't want to be the one that's getting attacked and not having good damage on the other side to show for it.
Yeah.
And it's possible that Jan maybe pulled the trigger a little bit too early with that Java.
Yeah. But the other thing is, if he doesn't start deploying there, then Light just starts deploying and getting a massive amount of guys, and it's almost better if you can, like, I like the deploy with the barrier and the projective in hand. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, it's possible that this is just one of those times. But also you can. So HITCO runs Yoda, so they pretty much are guaranteed a sense.
Maybe I don't run Yoda in Hitco, but
Okay.
but maybe I don't like having to pull him with that verify and having him stuck there. And
Yeah, no, that's fair. And also that might be if Yoda and Luke came down, then Projective is alive. So
all right, so I'm gonna go. It's 5 p.m. and I didn't get lunch. I've just been streaming since 10, so I'm gonna take a break and go get food and come back in the middle of this game. Do you want to do an extra, like, Skype in someone else, or do you want to just go by yourself?
I think I might. We'll see if anyone is.
All right, you should be able to
Yeah,
add someone. They won't be able to see the screen, I guess, live, but
no,
or
they
I could
should be
just do
able
it now
to.
if you want. Oh, you
Yeah,
think if I'm already sharing it?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think you're just sharing it with the call. But yeah, Jerry, I've been noticing the same thing that the video is sluggish, and I wonder if this conversation is taxing the stream.
If having Skype
Or,
open, the laptop's all smooth though. I think it's well, Skype could be using a little bit extra bandwidth, but voice doesn't use a ton.
yeah, and there's not really much we can do about it.
Right.
But yeah, if anyone, if Jerry, you want to join in,
Jerry or Dan also is.
Dan also wants to do
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, and just let me know in the Twitch chat.
We're on Wi-Fi, Queso, because that's the only option. Yeah, if we could be plugged in, that would be better, but we can't. So, all right, I'll be off for a bit. I'll be back in a little. I'm guessing Light Mains is gonna do its thing, and this game might end a little early, and we might have a gap. We'll see, but.
Yeah, so
Maybe you guys, since this matchup has already happened, you can kind of commentate, but also give some V9 thoughts or meta thoughts or anything you've seen earlier too.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah, free-wheeling conversation incoming.
All right. See ya.
Will in the next game, Dan. Yeah, Dan, we're on Skype. The Wi-Fi is the issue with the video. Yeah, there were some kind of pauses in the last game. They seem to be a little bit worse right now, but oh, you know what? Actually, the Skype image is frozen just as Joe leaves. So we're going to be commentating on the Twitch stream. So there's going to be a pretty big delay because I'm seeing things at the same time as you're seeing things, but you're hearing me after that. So anyway, going back to this actual action that's going on right now, Jan added Elson Hinthra and some alien on board to Nalhada, which is a pretty weak turn because space is just not how this game is going to be decided. And he's not. I mean, in some ways, it's good to have it there. I mean, you'd rather have it there than not. But spending 6 force on that is not advancing your win condition, really. And so that's kind of weak. And we've got just like the punishing turn here from Frank as he drains for the 3, moves Prophecy of the Force over to Audience Chamber and cancels Scum. I would actually like to cancel Scum before draining, but Frank here is going to want to reinforce the Audience Chamber if he can. And that's his main priority. Put another main there. He can win this game without ever deploying to another location other than the Audience Chamber. If he can just force the action to happen there, and right now he's starting on drain of 4 next turn there, then he'll win based on that. And looking at Frank's hand, we see Forlom, some low quality printout, which I can't tell. Probot, yeah, he really doesn't have action in terms of attacking Luke. So even though Luke didn't get reinforced, and Forlom and somebody could cancel Luke's game text and draw Destiny and technically kill him, but that requires absolutely no tricks on Frank's part. The Force Push is probably going to look for something to battle Luke. I couldn't tell. Can anyone in chat let me know? Did Jabba come from the Audience Chamber pool? Has Frank used that already? Or is that still available to him? Alright, looks like if Zam Wessel is the card that he's considering, that's not a great force pile. Zam Wessel, Ponda Baba V. Ponda Baba V is kind of attractive. If he can pair it with another smuggler, but I don't think he can. And I can't tell what card he took. It has to be a character of some kind, right? And we did see that Frank has the other Scum in hand. So that's nice. Let's see, Ponda Baba V, okay. And what is that card's second place in his hand? I can't tell. He's got Greedo and Forlom, looks like. And Probot. Oh. Okay, that's a good call. I was just going based off of oh wait, what was I going based off of? Never mind. I've been apparently saying the names of the players wrong. Jan is playing Dark, playing Court. Frank is playing Light. HITCO. Wasn't I saying that right? Maybe not. Okay. So Jan using Jabba's Haven to get Jabba the Hutt back. That doesn't feel that great. Jabba is not doing much here. Jabba would add one with Forlom, though. But that's... Oh, the J isn't silent, huh? Jan. Good to know. I'm used to Jan because of Westergaard, and also one of my friends growing up was named Jan. So that's... looks like the non-virtual Forlom, so that does have the potential to cancel Luke's game text and to draw Destiny. Greedo does come down, but we see that Frank has 2 Force saved. Greedo has game text that requires the opposing player to spend a Force in order to fire a weapon. But luckily for Frank, he has the Force save to do that. except somebody's getting clashed. I'm guessing it's Forlom? Actually, who would you clash? This is a strange time to clash. The only thing that makes sense is to clash Forlom if you're clashing right now. He's clashing Jabba. Oh, I don't like that at all. Because now Jan can just add Probot, battle, cancel Luke's game text. Luke can't fire. And kill Luke for pretty much free. I mean, and battle or first strike is out, so it's not like Frank could play Jedi's concentration or blaster deflection to stop Forlom from working. I thought I saw a Probot in the hand. If Frank has a way to draw Destiny here, this is good for him. I don't like that clash. He lost the Probot to a Drain? Wasn't it his hand though? He couldn't have lost a Probot from his hand to a Drain. But you're right, I don't see it now, and I thought I saw it before. If he lost a Probot from, if you should never lose a character from hand to a Drain. That's flat out wrong. That's a terrible play, especially in this match. Wait, now Greedo. Yeah, I don't like it. Hey Nick, if you wanna Skype in, that's we can do it. Give me your Skype info. Oh, and now Greedo just moves there? I guess with Clash he has to. Oh, he force pushed the pro. Yeah, he shouldn't have. No, you got to keep all of the characters in your hand. You got. I mean, I don't know what some of those cards are in the hand, but there's no way that Probot was among the worst too. All right, Jerry. Cool. Yeah. Anyone who wants to join in, let me know. But we shouldn't. But we're keeping it to one person extra. It gets a little chaotic when there's too many people talking online. So first come, first serve for whoever wants to join us. So Lando comes to the audience chamber as well. I can't tell what just happened. Okay, well, either way, so there's Lando. Jabba's unclashed. And now they're really just... So, I think there's a well, no. So do you ceasefire and drop 2 Destiny and hope to draw a high? And hope... I don't know. Jan's hand looks terrible. He really wants a Fett so he can use that hidden weapons that's in his hand. Because that's his way of getting through the beefy mains. But I think the only character is a Probot, and the Probot does stone cold nothing. But if you move away, then you're getting nothing done. And if you can you possibly move play Probot, move Greedo in and draw some cards? Or do you just move to maybe the play is just move to the dungeon, take a Drain of 4, let Scum be cancelled, draw a bunch of cards, and try again next turn. Because what you've got is not doing it. Yeah. That's what Jabba just runs away. Oh yeah, I guess he didn't train at the system. Okay, he backs up and plays Dengar and Punishing One with from reserve with court, and I don't know, this to me again is like that's 4 force, that's not advancing your game plan. And wait, is he taking it back? There's comments in the chat about Miller Lite being terrible. Miller Lite is terrible. I can confirm. And yeah, so he makes a play. I mean, I think this was the best play, all things considered. He has the Alice Hellrat, but oh, there's Insurrection from. So Alice Hellrat could have been a card that might help him turn it around. No, Nick, if you want to come in Skype, let's do it. Alice Hellrat could have turned it around if there wasn't Insurrection and Aim High here. So give me your Skype info, and I'll add you to the call because I need to add you to the group call. You can whisper it to me on Twitch or whatever if you don't want it, or on Slack or however you want to let me know what your Skype info is. Okay, anyway, meanwhile, looks like the Drain of 4 is coming, and Jan is losing some cards from his hand, including some cards that I think I would like to have. He found a Fett, looks like. Why would you get rid of the hidden weapons? Do you have your Skype open right now? If I call you on Skype, will you get it? Man, I wish we had Discord because Skype is such a bad program. I have no idea how to add. I've run into this problem every time I use Skype. Is add contact, search Skype directory. Why can't I just type in the name of the contacts? Isn't that how people generally use Skype? Alright, so NJ Reich. Add to, wait. Hello, Nick. You there? Nick?
Yeah.
Oh, hey. How you doing?
Hey.
All right. Stream, can you hear Nick? Make sure you mute the stream if you have it still open.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm just looking at the stream to see the commentary because the Skype screen share is frozen.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know what's happening in this game here, man. I agree with you. I'm very puzzled by the early space play. Seems like the best thing to do is draw up a bunch of cards your first turn, get a bunch of stuff to come down and win the audience chamber.
Wait, hold on. The chat is saying that you're quieter than I am, which is strange because you're coming in quite loud for me.
I'm not sure what to do.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you can hear him now, right? We're just fighting the delay, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, I think the space never matters. The only thing that matters is supremacy over the ground, and Jan hasn't really been doing much to get him there. And
right, and I wouldn't say that space never matters. I just think that you need that first. I mean, the way we play this matchup, like I said, it's pre VSET 9. I don't know. Do you play any other decks? You two decks that you play. Anyway, we played this a lot, and Dark Side, you don't deploy anything first turn, and you just draw cards to get a bunch of tricks, bunch of guys, and then the light side then has to make a choice. Either they come down light with Luke, thinking that they'll be safe, or they draw up, right?
Yeah.
And then the next turn, the dark side should have enough stuff where you can come down pretty securely to the audience chamber with the stuff you have. And then, then it's just every turn the light side's making a choice. Do I go and try and, make my stand in the audience chamber, or do I try and do something else? And what we've found is it's hard. I mean, unless the light side gets really lucky as far as the stuff they got, it's kind of hard for the light side to make a choice that won't be problems long term because the dark side has so many cards.
Yeah, I agree. Because you need to be able to pose a credible threat of a counterattack every turn between the amount of cards in hand and your active force.
Right.
And he hasn't really been doing that. Especially, I mean, part of it is he went with that first turn drop, at least I think it was first turn, and was punished by the barrier being sensed and projective not being alive. I think he probably shouldn't have done that.
No, definitely not. What we found is the biggest mistake you can make as a dark side is deploying something first turn.
Yeah.
Because you won't really accomplish the best case scenario is nothing happens, right? You end up with a guy there, but you don't have a card advantage because you've spent a bunch of your force deploying a guy first turn, so you don't have all that many cards. And the light side's probably out activating you a little bit, and then you can maybe survive for a couple turns, but by then you end up with no hand by then. And the light side, all they have to do is just sort of hang on, and they're going to be able to get cards faster than you because, every character, almost for the light side, every character they deploy is a powerhouse.
All right, well, hold on. We've got action coming, so let's delay this talk. It looks like the battle at the audience chamber is going on. It's actually hard to tell where the battle is, but P-59 and Cad Bane are fighting Luke and Lando, I think.
And it looks like Forlom was hit by Luke's lightsaber.
Oh, that must be. Yeah, and so here's a situation where I don't know if this is really a profitable battle because Forlom's not doing much. He's maybe canceling the extra battle destiny from Lando. But at best, you're killing one character here. and you're probably losing 2 or more of yours.
Right.
So Lando dies, Forlom gone with no forfeit, and probably has to forfeit either Cad Bane or P59 here.
He didn't. What's happening here? Did you not forfeit anything, or was there an extra guy there?
I'm not sure. Actually, it looks like the screen share is back, kind of. Hold on, you talk, I gotta get my dog inside.
Right. Anybody else on the stream know what happened there? It seems like there should have been a.
You want a treat? Come on. Let's do it. Come on.
All right. Well, whatever happened there, it looks like he's Jan. Is that how you pronounce it? Everyone says it's not Jan. Has done a little bit to try and get a foothold in the audience chamber. Cleared out Lando. Manages to have Jabba and 2 bounty hunters. One of them being a guy that can help cancel Luke's immunity, and a droid there. That's all right. The problem's going to be what tricks does the light side have? Because by this time of the match, the light side has been cycling, drawing a lot of cards. And so he probably has something that the dark side might not like very much. I guess he burned Clash earlier, right?
Yes.
Earlier turn. So I guess maybe the hope for dark side here is that what the light side trick is a sorry about the mess combo.
And he has a canceller to that.
He has a canceller, right? And that is an important card because a lot of times light side players, when they see that card and they're facing all these scrubby aliens, they just assume that a guy's going to be off the table.
He's got the sorry about the mess. He's got the imbalance combo and the ceasefire, so he can cancel the sorry about the mess in the control phase and then still protect himself from weapons. And the problem is, how is he going to deal with the beefy dudes that presumably Light is going to play here?
Yeah, well, what beefy dudes? We've got Luke and Obi on the table, so whoever's beefy, they might have beefy game text, but they're not going to be beefy for like ability and stuff, right? So
yeah, you could add Rey here. You could add Hera, maybe something like that.
Right.
But yeah, you're right that the 2 biggest threats, and Lando probably also being a big threat, is now in the loss pile.
Yeah. Although I mean, it wouldn't be surprising if the light side's playing a second Lando.
That's true. Padme's nice. Padme's
nice.
Adds a destiny to attrition here. Although, Forlom's dead, right?
Forlom's dead.
I stepped away. Did he forfeit a second character, or what was the resolution of that?
I didn't see a second character. I was trying to figure it out. It just looked like he just forfeited Forlom. I don't know if there was a 0 drawn or something. I'm trying to.
Well, even if
it was Luke, so it wouldn't have been a 0 even with a 0, right?
Yeah. Did anyone from chat catch why that happened?
No, I
A 1 was drawn from.
But if Luke hit Forlom, he'd forfeit 0, so that whatever was drawn should have eliminated a second character. Did the light side guy just not catch it? Dark side didn't forfeit a second character, and nobody.
Yeah, no one. I don't see anyone from chat posting the reason, so I don't know. It may have been an accident, or maybe we missed something.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, just Padme adding and scanning through Lightside's hand here. I don't really see another character. I see another Luke, but that's not relevant.
Right. That doesn't do him much good.
And looks like maybe, is that a Jin? Jin could just come down to be forfeited. Is probably perfectly fine use of her.
Right, except anybody. I mean, on small characters, I mean, I guess it's forfeited, but the droid there caused some force loss. Many of the small characters
Wait, are we seeing the battle going on right now? Looks like Java's hit.
Looks like it.
Jeez, all right. I think I need to watch the stream. This Skype screen share is freezing so much.
We were talking. It wasn't a battle, and then all of a sudden there was a battle. So he canceled. The ceasefire get canceled too? Oh yeah. There's
it's in lost pile.
Right.
So hear me baby on the top of light side. Okay, so
right. So it got canceled.
I mean the other side of that is now P-59 can shoot at Padme.
Mm-hmm. And he does seem to be running a bit more red in his court deck. Just when he looked earlier, in his reserve from the prior search, and he's seen in his hand, just seems like there's the choice of a few more red cards versus characters than you might find in a typical court deck.
The upside of that is good Destiny draws, but this looks like a Guri drawn. I'm assuming for the P-59 shot, so that's going to miss.
Did you just see there was a freeze or something, because all of a sudden I'm watching with 4 dark side characters, and the next they were all disappeared, presumably in the lost pile.
Oh, that hasn't happened I've been just. Oh yeah, there they go. I don't. I guess just the Padme, the Destiny.
Right.
Maybe this Skype is just lagging the internet so much that it was not this bad before. Well, I don't know if that's the case, but if it is, let's get a survey in chat. How much is the commentary adding? Would you rather have a non-choppy experience and just have us hang up? Or would you rather have choppy one with our attempts to interpret what's going on with this slideshow?
Right. Wow, yeah, because I have a laptop with the stream up and silent, and it's super laggy.
Yeah, but it hasn't, they're saying it's been laggy all day, but it hasn't been this laggy. Anyway, the upshot is that now, once the dust settles, we've got P-59 facing off against Jar Jar, Obi-Wan, and Luke.
Right. And
which is really, why were Obi-Wan and Jar Jar ever in the Death Star? Not the Death Star, the dungeon. Like, they should have always been at the Jabba's palace.
I feel like maybe the light side Frank thought that he should try and put some pressure on to avoid the dark side being able to come back. And so you move some guys over to do some battling. But I agree with you. The audience chamber is by far the most important location in this matchup, for the dark side especially. And so the last thing you want to do is spread your forces. So, yeah, I'm not sure what they were doing over there, but, they're back now, and Darkseid is not in a good situation now. We've seen his hand. He doesn't have a whole lot of characters to come down with. And it probably is the case that regardless of what he does, he's going to lose. He's going to lose Scum. He's going to lose the audience chamber. And I'm not sure what more there is he can do, actually.
Yeah, if he can't... I mean, you just look also at looks like he's pretty low, or not terribly low, but I'd say in the teens, low 20s in terms of life force. And, yeah,
you're talking Jan, the dark side?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that he's super low right now. The problem is that he doesn't have anything really in his hand that he can use. So you're talking about burning a turn to get some stuff, and eating a drain and losing Scum. And Scum is super important in this matchup because you need it not even for the retrieval as much as the cheaper deploy.
Mm-hmm. All right, and we do see, yeah, he's moving P59 over and is probably just going to end up drawing some cards. And so, yeah, he's essentially taking maybe, so he takes this next turn off to draw, and then after that, he's going to have to deploy and probably isn't going to be able to battle. So you deploy and maybe move P59 in, and then Frank initiates battle and likely clears everything, and then
Right. Repeat. Yeah.
yeah. So I was saying earlier that this match, I think just in general, I mean, not even specific to HITCO, but court against mains is really about the momentum, and the way to seize the momentum is just having the one that gets in the really good first attack and isn't counterattacked is at
Right.
such a huge advantage. And I think here we saw that with Luke taking out Java. Luke lives, Java dies. And then no response from Jan, and the game is kind of snowballed from there a little bit.
Right. And the thing that, in some matchups, it seems like what court can do is, as long as it hangs on, like you said, for that first, like get some momentum from the first few battles, it can have the light side, sort of get back in things and get solidified at the audience chamber sort of mid game. And then all of a sudden the dark side just goes everywhere else.
All right, I'm back. It's looking like, hey Nick, can you make sure you turn your webcam off, because that might be taking up some of the bandwidth.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that would do that.
Sorry, I pressed the wrong button, I guess. You might stop the video.
Apparently
Yeah.
the stream is
It's terrible.
terrible right now. To understand, I can stop it and restart it, but then it'll stop the recording as well, and it's recording. It looks great for YouTube, so for people watching later, so stopping and starting there's no way to stop the stream without also stopping the recording.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're saying it's not because of the call, but I think it's gotten worse ever since we started the call. So you just might not be able to do that if
We
if
just
you
might
can
not have
take
the
it.
bandwidth to have someone call in.
Yeah, if you're done eating and stuff and can take it over, it's probably best to hang up on us.
Yeah, I hadn't eaten all day, so I went to get food, and then Tom
Unacceptable.
but apparently the stream's lagging quite a bit. Do you want to take over? All right. It's HITCO versus mains. HITCO has taken over the audience chamber, or I mean court versus HITCO mains. Yes, it is muted though, but you can put it on. All right, you should be good.
All right, hopefully everybody can hear me talking. Chris Gogolin jumping in for a few minutes so Joe Olson can actually enjoy his food, which looks delicious. So we got some battles going on in the audience chamber, or at least some guys deploying to the audience chamber right now. We got Boba Fett. Now there's another grabber coming into play. Nope, he's going to take that back. Oh, he's going to put it out. He's going to put it lost and retrieve Maul's ship. So that's good to get a 6th Destiny where he can track around to it. It's only got a few cards in reserve deck, so that should certainly come in handy. Looks like a pretty tight game. You certainly see a pile of Jedi Lukes in Frank's hand there. Jedi Lev, take Chewie into hand. Draws a rescue in the clouds. Hits Boba Fett. And the Prince just got hit too, so this could be the end for Court here soon. Looks like they're taking. Oh, and he draws a 0 for Battle Destiny, and only a 4 with the second one. So we got 8 and 7, 15 and 6, 21. Yeah, he's gonna gick that, but I mean, all he's gonna get out of here is Obi for 4, so it's still gonna be Luke and Jar Jar. I guess that's what that first Destiny was. I guess he was trying to Jar Jar somebody and missed. So we hear the call from Hayes in the other room. There's about 8 minutes left in the round here. But looking at the way Jan is, I'm sorry, Jan. Can't call him Jan. He's Jan. Everybody's been doing that all weekend. He's going to get drained in the cantina, or in the audience chamber. He's going to cancel Scum. Friendly word of advice, players: always cancel Scum first, so you bury it in case they have a second Scum. But at this late stage in the game, it probably won't make much of a difference. Yeah, he's not really taking it. He's taken 1 loss from Nal Hutta, while he's doing quite a bunch back. That's a drain of 4 there, actually, because Prophecy is there now, too. Yeah. And he's just going to start drawing. I think all his cards are active at this point. Differential doesn't matter, so there's no point really playing this one out. This is usually the point where you're just like, let's just end this game and let's just go to the bathroom and call it a day. Oh, he didn't lose one for having a non-droid character. The objective, I think that's what it was. He tried to accelerate. Technically, you can't do that because there's no pile to search. So those used cards can't go back, but he's going to grab one of them.
Thank you for getting this. This is killing me. This is hitting the spot. I'm really pissed they didn't have the cauliflower rice.
And he'll scoop. Just flip over the last few cards to the drain in the audience chamber. So Frank Lamb picking up a win and moving on. And that's going to wrap up this game. We'll go ahead and stop recording this game.